Killing Slomo. I assume you've been waiting for another chapter. Well, here it is. Hillary in the iron lung, having been revived, was back on the freeway, being pulled by a pickup truck driven by whom? Aberdeen. And in the back seat was Modesta, and that little white-haired fella, Scooper, and some other characters that I named before. They were moving on down the freeway. Now, there was a problem here that was about to occur, and that was they were passing through a little area in the early morning in Indiana, and some Black Lives Matter people had come out. They hadn't been given their marijuana yet, or pills. You know, they were open for pills rather than marijuana because they were used to marijuana, and that was no big deal. But of course, a little extra marijuana was okay. But the money also helped. The $50 spread that around in 20s and 10s and so on, depending on how the pyramid worked. There are little pyramids all over the place. The whole thing works by pyramids. If you don't know that, you'll never be a good Freemason. Never. The triangle, you say. I could teach a lot of people the triangle, but it would just tell you the wicked side of things, you see. It's the first principle of architecture. And what is masonry all about, is it not? To build something. So the triangle is the first thing you must learn about. Pythagoras was the one that called our attention to that, and he is the progenitor of this wonderful insight into the nature and use of the number 3, arranged in spatial terms, that is, the triangle. Well, there were many triangles inside the pickup truck itself. Why, Modesta was hated by everyone, and so was Huma. But they all had some sort of perverted love for the one in the iron lung, Hillary. You see, most cults have something to do about a missing part of the self. It goes back to the early child-rearing days. Now, Huma, of course, was a spy for Saudi Arabia, so she had 2 reasons to have a nice sexual relationship with Hillary, who had copious amounts of libido energy to spend on as many people that would give her a chance, as did her husband. These people have been recognized and all the way back through time. Occasional person, perhaps 1 in 500, can have orgasm after orgasm after orgasm, and there doesn't seem to be any real diminishment of energy. And these people exist in both sexes. It's quite remarkable to the rest of us who find it a great chore at times to even rise to the occasion on a singular moment without great notice and preparation and so on. But it's the variation that occurs naturally in the Homo sapien. We have all types. Some of us, they say, have had 20,000 separate intercourse women, separate women with intercourse with separate women. 20,000. Well, there are other people that haven't had any, and there might be a lot that have had it once, and then a small group twice. And you could see that if we could bring back all the people of the recent 2,000 years, and we map them, like on one side you have the person that doesn't get it at all, then you revive all the ones that got it once, did it once, and you build it up and you see a big curve of some kind, and then there's some character up there that's done it like 40,000 times, and then maybe one more that's done it like 300,000 times, or maybe one that's actually made it to 1,000,000. And you just think to yourself that this is a remarkable achievement. Well, Hillary and Bill were a couple that, compared to the beer drinking lot that they came from. They were masters of sex. I mean, as far as the frontier America was concerned, after all, the French, they just invented the French kissing, and this was a novelty that began in the 1900s. It was quite wicked, even into the 1960s. And so these things are learned as civilization becomes more cosmopolitan, and as a result more degenerate, as we might say. Uncritically and judgmental, because we are Christian, and Christ was very wise when he said, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." And hello, beautiful. I love the dog. I like a dog like that, but I like other little dogs too. Hello, doggy. You're a good-looking man. I like the chair, dude. I like it a lot. What? That was cool. That was the first I've seen that. A beach chair on a... That guy has got the right attitude. He's going to make a great man. I should congratulate him and give him Slomo's 2 thumbs up. Can't believe that guy. You know, he's the Yukon Steel of the beach. If they had to be like, who's the greatest quarterback in San Diego? Like everybody said, well, how about Breeze? No, Rivers. Oh, no, Gable. He was here. No, blah, blah, blah. But when it all came down to it, that guy right there that I showed you, he's like the Achilles that never went to a track meet, okay? He's got the best shoulder of any human being that's ever lived. That was good, dude. I think hey, sweetie, I think I got that. Gotta be nice to that guy. It's big time. I can't talk too much because I'm being watched by the... Actually, you know, the CIA has so much to do right now. Hello, beautiful. You see, they are supporting the CIA, the NSA, and all those people are supporting the militia, putting itself together in the Apache National Forest to resist against the globalists who kicked Slomo, I mean not Slomo, but Trump down into the cellar underneath the White House. Yes, everybody's trying to be cool in their own way. Yes. Well, anyway, so she's thundering down the damn freeway, coming out as she'd come out of Tacoma. But the tornadoes were coming through there. There was some bad weather to do to the hot machine up in Alaska. They've been changing the weather all over the place. And it had gotten out of control, and they forgot the frequencies, and a whole lot of bad things happened. But here were tornadoes right in the course of where Hillary, if they had known, and Hillary, the globalists, they're all on the same side. But they had done it a few days ago. They had no idea that she'd be passing through there. They were certainly going to send a bunch of tornadoes through there, but these tornadoes would turn all the cars around, throwing things through the air, and it seemed like it caught a hold of the black pickup truck. And the whole thing with the iron lung and the remaining dolly attached to the back of the iron lung, with Hillary inside, and Modesta and all the rest of them inside, with Scooper straddling the damn gear shift, saying, "Can I change the gears next time?" And the whole damn caboodle attached, starting windmilling through the air down the freeway, turning upside down and slamming one part or another against the cement, and then propelling